Hi everyone, I'm Spiro reporting for Newsbud. Today we're going to take a look at a couple of stories that you can find on Newsbud's Daily Picks. Both stories are unfolding in the UK. We do have lots of people in the UK who have contributed to Newsbud's Phase 2 Kickstarter campaign, which only has about 5 days to go to reach our goal. Newsbud is 100% funded by you, the people, so become part of the Newsbud community today. Visit our Kickstarter page and pledge your support for independent media. Now, in our first story, the UK government has passed what is being called the most extreme surveillance law in the history of Western democracy. The new law, known as Snoopers Charter 2, or the Investigatory Powers Bill, was passed by both UK legislative houses and is expected to be rubber-stamped by the Royal House and become law by the end of this year. Let me remind you, that's about 5 weeks away. Now, the former Home Secretary and newly appointed Prime Minister of the UK, Theresa May, championed the bill that will grant the legal footing to some already existing surveillance measures. Now, in the name of fighting terrorists and criminals online, the proposed internet surveillance bill would allow the UK government to open your mail without a warrant. The bill requires internet service providers to log every user's web browsing history for a year, which can then be accessed by the police and intelligence officers without a warrant. The bill also introduces new powers for the UK intelligence agencies and law enforcement for targeted interception of communications, bulk communication collection, and bulk interception of communications. Now, this bill even allows the government to hack your phone or computer. Now, these are just a few of the measures that are in this bill. Even if you've never committed a crime or are not the subject of an official investigation, you may be subject to this digital surveillance. Bella Sankey, who is a policy director of a UK-based human rights group named Liberty, said in a statement, "Under the guise of counterterrorism, the state has achieved totalitarian-style surveillance powers, the most intrusive system of any democracy in human history." Sankey added, "The fight does not end here. Our message to the government, see you in court." Now, I'm going to leave a link in the show notes so you can read this bill in its entirety yourself. Now, our next story on Newsbud's Daily Picks. The UK plans to buy $1 billion worth of enhanced Reaper drones from the US State Department. The MQ-9 Reaper, a larger, more lethal drone than the Predator, can carry Hellfire missiles, laser-guided bombs, GPS-guided bombs, and will be used to support the UK's armed forces and coalition forces engaged in current and future peacekeeping, counterinsurgent and counterterrorism operations, and peace enforcing. Now, you may be wondering, how do you enforce peace? Well, according to the government, with a very deadly Reaper drone. Now, I can see that the UK government is really putting to use the taxpayers' money, just like they do here in the US, spending it on war and surveillance. Now, for more in-depth drone coverage, see our previous roundtables, the lexicon of casino gambling and drone kills, how Vegas drone pilots score a jackpot, with Professor Joseph Pugliese, and another episode, examining the real costs of drone warfare, with Professor Abigail Hall Blanco. Now, this episode was made possible by our supporters, and we would like to thank all of them. In this episode, we're going to thank Glenn, Monica L., Harvey B., Nicholas H., and Ken D. Now, be sure to visit our Kickstarter campaign today and pledge your support for independent media. This is an all-or-nothing campaign, so that means if we are unsuccessful in reaching our goal, your account will not be charged. Now, there's only 5 days left, so don't wait, act now, and if you've already pledged your support, you can increase your pledge at any time before the Kickstarter ends. Reporting for Newsbud, I'm Spiro.